Hi. You guys know Bitcoin currency is known as cryptocurrency and is mostly used in dark web transaction. Hi, I'm Aleem, and today I would like to inform my fellow classmates about some aspects of Bitcoin. Since I call myself a IT guy, I always had an interest in digital currency. Like, so I also have major in business. So the computer stuff and business is always like a favorite topic for me. And back in my countries, like 3 or 4 years ago, I helped my friend to buy a Bitcoin too, and it was a new thing on that time. So let's preview it. Today I would like to discuss the three aspects of Bitcoin, which is the first one, how Bitcoin was created and why it is a currency. Second, what is the story behind Bitcoin? And the third, what is the right procedure to use it? To gain some knowledge, we have to know about how Bitcoin created and how it worked. By Bitcoin organization, the new Bitcoin are made from mining, which came from competitive and decentralized process. So, what is mining, right? So, it is in which individuals, so-called miners, secure the transaction and the network by using their tax and by which they get reward for their services providing to the network. Also, it is hard to make profit if there are more miners. The reason Bitcoin considered as a currency is because of its characteristic of money such as durability, scarcity, divisibility, and mainly recognition. The price of a Bitcoin is proportional to the supply and the demand. So basically, when the demand increases, price increases. When the demand goes down, the price goes down too. After learning what it is, now the next thing we have to learn about it's the story behind it and how this digital currency is coming from. So people usually know this type of currency is cryptocurrency, which is digitized currency also. So in an article by the Street, cryptocurrency was introduced in late 90s by V. Dai, which was originated from cryptography. So later on, the same software cryptography was used to make Bitcoin. From the same article, eCash was the first digital money in early 80s, which was made by David Chong. Since in old days nobody trusted the online banking, so the eCash got bankrupt. After that, Bitcoin was introduced in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. We so we also know that uh, Bitcoin is mostly used in the dark web for illegal stuff. That's why Satoshi didn't publicize it or like didn't put Bitcoin that much in the market since it was using for the bad stuff too. So an article by Gawker in 2011 mentioning about the dark web using Bitcoin as a payment, and right after that article, the value of one Bitcoin. So before the article, it was $30, and after the article, it went down to $1. So after we learned the story behind the Bitcoin, now we learn about how a person can use in a right way, or how to look on the stuff before we get to it. So since we all know Bitcoin is digital currency, and many people think it is safe, is it safe or is it illegal to use currency which is used in dark web? These other things like Bitcoin is not like other currency. Um, its value never fluctuates with the world market, and also Bitcoin are not infected by inflation. Bitcoin can be used anywhere in the world. It cannot be blocked or to be froze. The Bitcoin transaction is impossible to reverse, so that means you can only send it to those people who you trust or you're doing business with them from so long. In an article by Roberts, explained that Bitcoin system can be trusted, but it also mentioned that you make sure to rely on the right people, since most of the people got robbed by the people or the company they were going through. Bitcoin trans are designed to be called by the public address and not by the name. So um, if you make a transaction, it will go by the address. It will not go by the person's identification or person's name. So it is hard for the hacker to find that thing or hack that thing out. They can still figure it out through the IP address, but if they want to look for a person, it's really hard for them to track the person's identification out. So now we learned about all the basic things before buying a Bitcoin. Let's go through it again. So we learned about how a digitized currency work. First, we learned about how Bitcoin was created and why it is a currency. Second, we learned about what is the story behind Bitcoin. Third, we learned about how and what is the right procedure to use it. In my closing statement, I would say, in this modern world where most of the things becoming computerized, we are not that far from getting rid of the paper money completely. Thank you.